back to another edition of DIY Golf Cart Garage. Today we're going to be installing a rear flip-flop seat on a Yamaha G9. First thing I've done, I went ahead and laid everything out. I've got my instructions, and on here there is a list of all the hardware that comes with it and all the piping. So I've laid everything out and I've verified, first of all, that everything is here. If I miss nuts and bolts, that's one thing I can run to the nearest hardware store. But I want to make sure that all the tubing is here and that I've got everything I need. So, I've got everything here. I got the instructions. I got a 7/16 ratchet and socket. Got the car. Let's get started. Well, it's a good thing that we're actually putting this car back together, because the back portion of the seat here, or the backrest, would have had to come off. That way I can get to these brackets that would normally be in here. Take that off. Now what I need to do is get the brackets. Got the long brackets. These will be the first thing that goes on. These will actually go in the bag well and inside here. Got one for each side. We'll put these in and put our bolts in through here. But the first thing we'll do is just go ahead and put the bolts in, put the nuts on, but bolt them up loosely. Okay, now I've got all four of these nuts and bolts in. I've got them finger tight, got it set up here. Now what I've got to do is take these little L brackets, put them to the inside of the bracket, down here at the bottom, in the fender well. Put the little bolts, nuts and washers, and once again we want to put these finger tight. Okay, now that we got the L brackets on, what we need to do now is actually mount this. So what we want to do is actually maintain a 17-inch distance between the piping here. That way when we come out, according to the instructions, from center hole to center hole should be 20 inches. And we are dead on. Now that we've got that aligned, we'll take a 17/64 drill bit and drill through the bottom hole of the L bracket, going through the base of the bumper. So let's drill. Okay, now that we've got the hole drilled in, what we'll do is we'll put the bolts through, get them on both sides. Get the 2-inch spacer, because it will go on top. Now when you're putting these through, the two holes in the bar go towards the back and the spacer goes on top of the rear one. Now we'll do this one and do it the same way. Okay, we'll get these just a little bit tighter, and next we'll put our floor pan on. Now that we've got the brackets finger tight, it's time to install the footrest. Now it is universal, it can go either way, so don't have to worry about that. On the underside, it's got the 4 bolts, well actually 8 bolts sticking up. We're going to use the 4 outer ones. The 4 inner ones will be for the safety bar that we'll be installing later on. So let's get this mounted. Okay, now while installing the footstep, I did run into a little bit of problem getting the nuts on. The bolts coming down are carriage bolts and have a little square cutout on the bottom side of the head. I didn't want to fit inside the aluminum very well and just kept spinning. So what I had to do is run to the store real quick, go buy me some more little nuts that are not locking nuts and little lock washers, and replace the parts that came with the kit with these. Saved me a lot of time trying to fight and get those carriage bolts to work with the parts provided. So we got that taken care of. Now it's time for the little L bracket. They'll actually mount up here on the top bar, like so. The reason I didn't put this on already is because if it was already on, trying to mount all this here, I'd be scratching this body. The body's going to get scratched anyway right up underneath it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the rag underneath. Put the bolt through and get my washer nut. And we'll do both sides this way. And now I've got the seat set up on the frame. And now the instructions call for installing carriage bolts going from the front here through this brace, and same thing on that side. Now I did learn my lesson on the underside, so what I'm going to do is not use the nuts provided, use regular nuts with a lock washer. That way I don't have to worry about this not turning. Okay, now to attach the rear portion of the seat to the L brackets we attached earlier. And yes, you almost have to be double jointed to get underneath. Okay, now we got the seat firmly braced. Now it's time for the cross braces. This will actually slide in here. We'll bolt on here, and the bottom portion will actually bolt to the footstep. So. Now on the bottom, this is where we have this shorter 1-inch brace, spacer, that will go between the aluminum tubing and the foot panel. Okay, let's get it tightened up. Okay, now that we've got the little cross members on, it's time for our rear safety bar. Remember those 4 bolts I told you about in the center? We're now fixing to use them. Put them through here. Now the top of these bolts are still the carriage bolts. So I'm going to use, once again, the nuts that I actually went and purchased with the locking washers. That way I don't have to worry about the head spinning. So let's get this thing mounted. Okay, now that we got the rear safety bar mounted, now the last thing we got to put on, the seat backs. Got our bolts, washers, 2 holes on each side. Got this one finger tight. We'll put that one on finger tight. Then I'm going to get my ratchet, socket, and my 7/16 wrench and go around and tighten everything. Well, we've got the seat backs on. I got my ratchet and socket, went back through the whole seat, making sure every nut and bolt was tight. It's good to go. So, if you have any comments, likes, dislikes, please let me know. Subscribe, and thanks again for visiting us here at DIY Golf Car Garage.